Hello guys, welcome back to the series, episode number 96 of our epic journey across Europe to win every top flight division in the European nations in the game. Currently in nation number 12, which is Bulgaria, having recently ticked off the Romanian first division with FC Voluntari. Now, a little thing I like to do is I like to go back and check how the teams are doing. You can see that Voluntari are doing very, very well. They're just 2 points off top in the table, which is absolutely fantastic. As far as things here at Beroe are going, they're going unbelievably well, believe it or not. Things are going much, much better than I anticipated. Now, we did start off with a difficult start to the season against the best team in Bulgaria, without a doubt, in Ludogorets. Since then, it's been very, very good. We have lost a couple of games along the way, but we did take on, now bear with me again in terms of pronouncing some names, Pirin Blagovgrad. We beat them 2-1. It was Nikolai Patev and Ognan Shonchev with the goals for Beroe. Peter Arangelov with the goal for Pirin. It was a very, very good performance. We played really, really well, and Sonchev picked up the man of the match from the left-hand side there. Hristev played okay. The midfielders played well. Patev, again, with the goal from left-back, had a great game. We followed that up with a thumping victory over Hibar with a 5-1 win in this one. And it was 5-0 after 18 minutes of the game. It was absolutely unreal. Mikov got us started in the second minute. Hristev then scored an 8-minute hat-trick on 4, 6 and 12 before Nedelchev got one in the 18th minute. They did reply with Bijev in stoppage time at the end of the first half. But we battered them. We really did batter them. It was an unbelievable performance, and 5-0 up after 18 minutes. I'm surprised it wasn't more, to be honest. But we played really, really well. Hristev with his hat-trick, a 9.7 there. Came crashing down a bit the next game, though. We did lose to CSKA Sofia. Jawed Al-Amari and Sebastian Paez put CSK 2-0 up inside of 18 minutes. We then got one back in the 71st minute through Nedelchev. It was a very even game, if we're being truthful with ourselves, and we're probably a little bit unfortunate to come away with a defeat. Hristev, after his 9.7 in the previous game, picked up a 6.1 in this one, which was a bit disappointing. You can see we've also picked up a couple of injuries. Injuries seem to be really, really bad here for some reason in Bulgaria. But 2-1 in that one, defeat. Lokomotiv Plovdiv we're next up, a 2-0 win in this one. We bounced back to winning ways. Erasme, Bar, the left back, and Sonchev getting the goals. So the goals coming down the left-hand side for us. We were very, very good defensively. A 0.15 XG against us, which sort of tells you the story of just how good we were. Again, we seem to be hitting the woodwork a lot, though, in Bulgaria. But 2-1 after that one. Slavia Sofia. Now, this was another thumping victory, including one where we had a player sent off. Shopov was sent off, but he did score 2 before he went. Mikov got 2 as well. Nedelchev on the score sheet again, Spazov, Thomas, and then Shopov was sent off in the 84th minute. We had 14 shots on target to Slavia Sofia's 1, and we put 7 of them away, which was a fantastic performance. Every single player on our team is in agreeing on the ratings, including the goalkeeper, who didn't really have anything to do, but 7-0 was an absolutely fantastic victory. Cherno Moore were next up. Nedelchev on the score sheet again. From defence, believe it or not, a central defender getting so many goals. It's another game in which we were defensively very, very solid. You can just see by the XG, we were just consistent pressure all the way throughout the game, and it was another very, very good performance by the boys. Unfortunately, then, we lost 2 in a row. The first one was away to Arda. We conceded the 91st minute in a game that we should have won, if you have a look at the XG. We really should have won. Justice Josephs missed a penalty in the 13th minute, and it wasn't a great penalty either. It was quite poor one, to be honest. But regardless, we should have won anyway. Their goalkeepers picked up the man of the match performance, which does tell you some of the story. We followed that up with another defeat, and it was in the cup to a team at division below us in Botev Vrasta, knocked out on penalties in the end. We had 2 players sent off in this one. Delsberger and Bar was sent off within the space of 3 minutes. So we then conceded a goal to Yavor Panov in the 40th minute, but we did manage to get ourselves back into the game. Mikov scored in the 86th minute, but just look at the XG. Botev absolutely battered us for the entire game. We're probably lucky to take it to penalties. The players were extremely tired by the end of the game, with us only having 9 men on the pitch. It was quite a battle. They had 33 shots in total. So the fact we got to penalties in the end was good. But Joseph's, again, missed from the spot. Nedelchev missed as well. It was just a poor penalty shootout from our point of view. Thankfully, though, we have bounced back with 2 wins. And the first one was over Septemevri Sofia. The first goal was an own goal by Killian Boyer. Bastonov and Ardelin getting his first goal for the club. That was all after Janko Barunsky put Septemvri 1-0 up. But again, it's another game. Probably a little bit more even, but I think we just about edged it. We had more shots, more on target, a higher XG. Created more clear-cut chances, had more of the ball. It was a very, very good performance. And then most recently, I've beaten CSKA 1948. Again, we've had players sent off. We've had 2 sent off. Sonshev in this one and Hristev both sent off. So both the wingers were sent off in this game. Sonshev was sent off after 7 minutes. So the fact that we've come away with a 1-0 win, particularly after Hristov was sent off in the 80th minute as well, is fantastic. But it was Hristev with the goal in the 80th minute. And then he got sent off straight after. I'm not entirely sure what he did. I can't remember. It was actually yesterday in real life that I recorded this, so I've actually forgotten, if I'm being honest. But it was a complete shutout of CSKA, and it was a fantastic performance. So we're overachieving massively, and I don't know how. But in terms of where we are in the table, we're actually currently sat in 3rd place. We're just 2 points behind Ludogorets, who are in form. Sofia have dropped points as well, but both the top 2 teams have lost a game. We've lost 3. Defending champions in Levski are just behind us. They've got a game in hand. They're currently unbeaten in the table, but they are drawing a few. So we are massively overachieving. I think we've scored the most goals in the league as well in 23. We have indeed, but we've conceded a few here and there to the likes of Ludogorets and CSKA. So I'm encouraged. I am encouraged by what I'm seeing, and like I say, it has been a very, very good start to the season. We are taking on Levski today, though, the defending champions. We're away from home. It's a game which I am expecting a defeat in. Levski are heavy favourites, as you can see up here. So I am expecting a defeat. Now, I've not brought any more players in. I decided not to in the end. I just didn't think that, A, we needed them, and B, that the club could financially support any more players. We started off up here when we took over. Just about £1 million. We've now £400,000 in the bank. We are losing money, so I decided that the board that we couldn't really afford it. I do have some clauses I could possibly sell on to get some money in, although not for massive amounts. 64,000. So if I do start to get short of money, I can bring some in. Today, though, we are taking on Levski, and it's like I say, it's going to be a difficult game. I am actually 11 days away from it. As you can see there, we've got a little bit of a break in the season, which is good. So I'm going to click forward through those 11 days. We'll come back and we'll take on Levski, and then we'll wrap up the episode. So catch up with you guys in just a minute. All right, guys, welcome back. The clicking of the continue button for 11 days has ceased. We've done it. CSKA Sofia have moved to the top of the table, though. They've played, obviously, on the Saturday, where the Sunday game. Ludogorets are also playing against Lokomotiv Plodiv, who currently find themselves down in 13th place. One little thing, I've brought this up in previous videos. You may notice that the editor button is back up here. That's because I am working on a different project in the background, one which hopefully will be coming out soon. But just to show you the game status, the in-game editor for this save has not been used. I really should have turned it off when I set the game up initially, to be honest, but that's my fault. When I set the game up initially, I had no intention of buying the in-game editor to do any stuff like this, but I've since changed my mind. So it is enabled in this save, but as you can see, I have not used it, and I never will in this save as things stand. Right, so taking on Levski, the defending champions, and I'll just show you just the kind of little crisis that we've got going on at the minute in terms of suspensions and injuries. I've got 4 players suspended. 4 players suspended and 1 injured, which is great. Both my wingers, 2 of my defensive midfielders are all out. Bastonov's also got a slight injury as well in the centre of defence, so he's not great to go. In fact, he's suspended as well. He's one of the ones who's suspended. So I'm missing 5 of my first team players, which is really great, isn't it? It's fantastic, and I don't have a lot of backups. Most of my backups are second team players, as you can see here. So and I'm not really sure who's who either. So rather than mess about doing it, I'm just going to ask my assistant to quickly pick me a team, and let's see what he comes up with. Defence-wise, is not too bad. We've not changed too much. Kupanov still in goal. Spasov, the now converted left fullback to right fullback. He's now pretty accomplished at that position. He continues to play as the right back for us. Nedelchev is still kicking around. He's not suspended. He's on loan from Ludogorets. He's done it very, very well. Valkanov comes in central defence for us today for Bastonov. He's a little way off the pace, though, is the 19-year-old. He does have some potential that he can grow into. So he's okay as a backup. Bar is in at left back. He's had a decent start to life here in Bulgaria at a 7.0. Not the greatest of players, though. Lubinov comes in as the defensive midfield on defend for the suspended Delsberger, I beg your pardon. He comes in today, does Lubinov. Now there's a lot of interest in Lubinov. There's a lot of teams who want him on loan and B to sign. And he's actually a pretty decent player. It's arguably whether he's actually better than Delsberger. And there's one quick way to check that. They're different sort of players, aren't they? Lubinov could possibly play as a segundo volante for us if needs be. Now these two are new players to me. Dimitriov as one of the segundo volantes, he's not very good at all. Unfortunately, it's what we've got today. Akalski also comes in, although I do have Toms still. Toms is one of the suspended ones. That's unfortunate. So I'm missing all 3 of my midfielders? Who's normally my other? I've got Delsberger, Toms, and Joseph. Joseph has moved up here onto the right hand side as the inside forward. He's actually okay in that position, so we'll stick with that. Hristov moves over to the left hand side for today, and we've also that's a different Hristov. We've got another Hristov. This is Georgi Hristov. He's another one of the not very good players, so he's going to come in on the left hand side. Mikov continues up top for us, though. Not going to be an easy game at all. All the players are lacking match fitness. I kind of just have a starting 11 here at Beroe. It's such a small squad, and we're taking on the defending champions. So expect this to be defeat number 4 of the season. Let's just hope it's not too much of an embarrassing defeat. I don't want to concede too many goals. We have actually got the best goal difference in the league. If you have a look at it there, despite the fact that we've not got the best defence in the league. Levski do have a game in hand over us, though. They're just behind us. They, like I say, they are the defending champions. They're a much, much better team than us. Our position is false. We shouldn't be where we are. But we are the ones with the ball. And Shristov finds Dimitrov. Can he get the ball forward? He goes out to the left-hand side towards Bar. Bar looking to get the ball into the box. He does get the ball into the box towards Mikov. Mikov's put it just wide. Really needs to be doing that better there, does Mikov. He should have at least hit the target. As now Levski come forward, and it is Nadinov. He's forced backward to Ortiz. Nikolov. Ortiz again. Finds Nikolov again. Levski into Dimitrov. Forward towards Dimitrov. It seems to be quite a popular name here in Bulgaria, doesn't it, Dimitrov? It's rattled the crossbar, though, and a little bit of good fortune for Beroe there. But they are still on the attack, Levski. It's a free kick. It's a dangerous one. I think that's a good save by Kupanov in goal. Indeed, it is a good save by the goalkeeper. But they are going to have the resulting corner to be taken by Dimitrov. I don't even know how many Dimitrovs are on the pitch. It's a good corner, but it's headed clear by Mikov. Just hoping that we can continue our good run. Like I say, our position it's totally false. There's no way we should be in third place. If we can maintain it, though, that would be great and get into the Champions playoff group. That would be absolutely fantastic as a first season here in Bulgaria. Maybe if Ludogorets don't win the title again, then their manager's position could become untenable. We could move into Ludogorets if the opportunity becomes available, rather than being stuck here at Beroe, where it's going to take us a couple of years, let's be honest, to get to title winning form, But here come Levski again. passing the ball around well, but Dimitrov, our own Dimitrov, has nicked it. Joseph's feeding the ball forward towards Mikov. This is an opportunity. Surely that's a foul. We're going to the linesman, to VAR. What's the decision going to be? Is it going to be a penalty? Yep, it is a penalty. Surely that should be a red card then, because he was the last man. Shouldn't it? It's going to be Josephs to take the penalty. Is he going to score one? He does actually score one, just as Josephs gives us the lead with his first goal of the season after 65 minutes away to the champions with a threadbare squad. We have taken the lead. That's one of those situations where if that was given against me, I'd be apoplectic with rage because it actually looked like the defender got the ball. On the flip side of that, though, we have been awarded it. And like I say, the defender was the last man. So technically there should have been a card there. There's not even a yellow card. Never mind a red card. But we've took the penalty away. And as things stand, we are about to pick up a surprise result against Levski. We've still got to hold on to it, though. Milashev with the ball for Levski. Goes back to Angelov. He's forced all the way back to his goalkeeper. But Jordan brings the ball out now. Finds Antasov to Harizanov. There's lots of Anovs in this division. It's a ball across. We've given away our own penalty here. Volkanov has given away the penalty with the foul there on, I believe, Milashev. It's going to be a penalty. I don't know why we need VAR. Yeah, penalty awarded. Can Kupanov keep it out, though? Why have we got a yellow card and they didn't? It's one of the Dimitrovs to take the penalty anyway, and he's absolutely smashed it into the back of the net to draw Levski level in this game. Mikov is having a shocker up top, despite the fact he did win the penalty. We're going to get Ardalin on. That's a thumping penalty, that one. Absolutely no chance of saving that. Valkanov's having a shocking game, but there's not a lot we can do about it with the squad that we've got. Do you know what? That's a really, really good point. That is a really, really, really good point, considering we're away from home to the defending champions with a threadbare squad because they're all bloody suspended for getting sent off. Ludogorets did win, so they are at the top now. They're now 4 points clear of us, 6 points clear of Levski, but we're still sat in third place with a third of the season to go. Levski still do have that game in hand, though. But it's such a good start to the season. I can't believe how well it's gone. It's been absolutely fantastic just to lose the 3 games. That was our first draw of the season, by the way. But just to lose the 3 games. Anyway, that is it for today. We are going to come back again in 2/3 of the season time, which, looking at it, is this sort of area. We may even come back early and take on CSKA Sofia. Maybe a little bit later and do Levski again. Do we want to see Levski again? We'll see. We'll see where we're at. Like I say, there is a second stage to the season anyway, so it doesn't have to actually be. I can't see the next stage though, but it doesn't actually have to be bang on at 2/3. There is another stage. There's the champions in the second phase and the relegation. It looks like we're going to stay clear of the relegation one. So it's one of these two. So there's 5 and 6 games in those. So we might come back and do one of those. But guys, thank you very much once again for being here. We're fast approaching episode 100. Like I say, ignore this. I've shown you that I'm not doing anything with the editor in this one. It's another series I'm working on. In the background, it's probably already come out by the time this video does. It's just something I'm sort of working on the side, trying to spread my wings a little bit, really, in terms of Football Manager stuff. But guys, thank you for being here. Like I've already said, please remember to hit that like button and the subscribe button as well, please, guys. It does help me out massively. Any comments about the series as well, just stick them in the comments section. I will reply to them, 100% guaranteed. But yeah, guys, thank you very much, and I will see you all in the next episode. So cheers, guys. Take it easy.